Greetings, my lovelies. Do you want to know 3 secrets that will help you roadmap a massively successful 2020? Well, stick around because it's coming up. Greetings and welcome to my channel. My name's Pete Lorimer and I host a real estate show on Netflix. I am a former hit record producer and currently the owner of LA's coolest real estate brokerage, PLG Estates. On this channel, you will always find tips and strategies for the real estate entrepreneur, so you might want to consider subscribing. Okay, let's get to the video. Okay, so today's video is all about how to roadmap success in 2020. And I'm gonna go over my 3 secrets, and if you watch the video all the way to the end, I'm actually gonna give you a bonus secret at the end, so make sure you watch it all the way to the end, please. And some of these are really rudimentary. We are in the kind of 3rd quarter of 2019 right now, and we're preparing to, well, I certainly am preparing mentally for 2020. So I want to kind of give you some of my techniques that I live and die by that have helped me generate business for the past 15 years in real estate consistently in up markets, in down markets, in crazy markets, and in kind of devastated markets of 2009 and 10. And I'm going to go over it all right now. Okay, so let's dive into this with tip number 1. This is possibly one of the best tips that I can give you. In fact, they're all great, but this is a really, really good one. What I would like you to do is, for the previous months in 2019, this is reverse engineering. I want you to reverse engineer where your business came from. Okay, so we are in October now, it's October 2019. And what I would like you to do is for the previous months of this year, and it won't even hurt to take all of last year's months as well, literally go through every single deal that you've done, mark down where the deal came from. And the reason for this is pretty straightforward. When you roadmap, when you kind of have a journal, it's almost like putting tags on deals. When you put a tag on a deal, you see where the deal came from. And then after you've got like 6 months, 18 months, you could even do 2 years, you cannot go too far back for this. You can see where the majority of your business comes from. You can see if it came from Zillow, if it came from door knocking, which I'd be surprised. Most of it comes from your sphere, but which part of your sphere does your business come from? Don't get super granular with tags, but maybe you could have, you've got your social life and then you've got your work life. Those are kind of the 2 categories that I use. I've got clients that I only know through business, and then I've got clients that I know through my social sphere. And I literally put down at the end of every year where all of my deals came from. Why? So that I can reverse engineer which crowd I want to go after in the subsequent year. So the new year is around the corner, so I want to know where most of my business has come from so I can keep kind of bombarding that same crowd. Okay, so that is tip number 1. Number 2, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be no surprise here when I give you tip 2. Your digital identity. You need to start working on that now. We're coming towards the end of the year. So if it was me, well, it is me and I'm doing it. I am writing down strategies of what I want my value add to be in the new year. It's called a UVP. What is your unique value proposition? Okay, because what most of us tend to do is we tend to kind of like, saunter along, close deals, holidays come, we kick back, new year starts, and there isn't that much preparation. I am a massive proponent of prepare. So not only are you preparing where your business came from in tip number 1, so you know who to go after, but also in tip number 2, you're preparing who you are going to be digitally. Now, for those of you who don't believe that self-marketing is the way to go, you might as well just switch off now because this is what this channel is all about. It's all about you being the brand and you being able to promote yourself. So I would be sitting down, coming up with ideas for my storyboards. I would be coming up for ideas for if I'm going to be an authority in an area, which restaurants I'm going to interview. I literally would be starting a chronological list of everything that I am going to do in the new year. Now, this kind of, I'm not done with that point yet, so I just want to finish off on that point. Ladies and gentlemen, you now have, we're in late October, so let's just call it November. You have 2 months to start figuring out who you want to be digitally next year. The days of just like snapping puppies and lattes and open houses and all of that stuff, it's done. There is a shift coming, there's a market shift already on the way, and those of us that sculpt our digital identity shall prevail, and those of us that don't simply will not. So this is something that I believe to my very core, which now leads me to tip number 3. This is something I live and die by, which is calendar everything. Sometime months in advance. Calendar work, calendar private events that you do with your family, vacations, etc. Then you also want to calendar social events. You want to calendar spending time with the kids at weekend. I mean, literally, if you saw my calendar, every moment of every day is booked out. And a very large chunk of my calendar every single day is prospecting. I still prospect every single day. And I tend to do it very, very early in the morning. And I bang out loads of emails, and then in mid-morning, I'll do my DMs and my text messages. But I still prospect every single day. But for me, when I have everything in a calendar, my workouts are in the calendar, going out for dinner with the family's in the calendar. When everything is in the calendar, then it gives me guardrails that I can keep my business within, right? So I'm not guilty if I'm watching a movie with the kids and I'm thinking, oh, I really need to be following up on such and such and such and such, because I've calendared it out. I calendar all of my social media, sometimes months in advance. And I am preparing who I'm going to interview, what kind of vlogs I'm going to do, what kind of videos I'm going to do, what kind of rants I'm going to do like this. And it's all booked out days, weeks, and sometimes months in advance. So I want to finish with this one, which is my secret tip, right? Because right now we're at the end of October 2019. The secret tip is this. Do not wait until the new year to start your new calendared prospecting regime. Why? Because between now and the new year is the best time to prospect for several reasons. Number one, a lot of agents begin to kick back right now because it's the holidays and we've all worked so hard. I need a break. I'm looking forward to doing all the parties. Yeah, you should do all the parties because that's prospecting too. When you prospect between late October and January, you have more success because people are more prone to respond because you're calling them up saying, hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Hope you had a great Halloween. Hope you have a great Christmas. Are the family coming in? There are a million more reasons why you can prospect your sphere. There are far more. You will not find a time in the year where you have so many opportunities to reach out to people randomly. So this is what I have been doing for 15 years. When it gets to November the 1st, I double my prospecting. So that is my secret tip to you guys. There really are no secrets. It's all down to hard work. I have my prospecting, which in your case might be 10, 15, 20, 5 people a day. Whatever my number is, I double it. My number happens to be 10. So I double it to 20 all the way through November, all the way through December. And what does that do? That allows me to roadmap massively a successful 2020 because I've done a lot of the heavy lifting in the last 2 months. So many of us wait until we get until January the 2nd or 3rd or 4th to go, oh my God, what am I going to do for the year? You can take these 2 months to build, to roadmap a massively successful 2020 in real estate if you just dig in. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, 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 very much for watching the video. I hope you find it helpful. Please leave your comments. Please don't forget to subscribe. I love having you here. Hit that little button there, or that little bell, whatever, wherever it is. And I will look forward to seeing you again next Monday with another rant. Until then, this is Pete Lorimer, out.